Nickleby by Charles Dickens. This is a 2-volume edition of the work. It's got this, really a paper side, but sort of looks nice with a gold colored leaf. And this is the spine. There's a truck outside. I hope that the noise isn't coming through too much. I've seen a few videos where people stop the video and they say, oh, the dog's barking or there's a truck outside. And I couldn't even hear it as a listener, so I'm gonna soldier on through and hope that you can't hear it too much either. The binding is quite nice, solid, and you can lay the book flat without breaking the spine, which is helpful. But for a smaller book like this, it's not that big a deal. It's very easy to hold in your hand. It's a bit thick, but it's easy to hold in your hand. And then they break it up into 2 volumes, which always makes these things a little bit easier to read. Interestingly, it's got these sort of not exactly marbled end papers here. 2 volumes, 28 bucks. I don't remember if I spent that or if this was, I don't remember. I bought them used. It does have illustrations throughout, sort of black and white drawings. Let's see, find one here. I have to confess to not having read this book yet. I love Dickens, I really do. I always feel a little sad when someone says that Dickens is boring or they can't get into his works, because I've always just found them so sparkling and witty. It's not that his style is so approachable, because it isn't, but he's just so witty. He's constantly finding ways to be charming or interesting. But I haven't read Nickleby. I did notice something interesting here, which is that sometimes when your book is broken into 2 volumes, the second volume, this is the first, the second volume will start on page 300 or something. This one, this is the first volume, but I'll switch to the second. Not only does the second volume start on page 1, but it actually starts with chapter 1. So volume 2 starts with chapter 1. And now, knowing nothing about Nickleby and not having read it, for all I know, that's exactly how it was published originally. Like the first Nickleby came out, and then it was a totally separate book. So maybe it's really 2 Nickleby books in 2 volumes. I don't know. It's embarrassing. That's something I should have looked up before I did this video. In any case, here we have Nickleby in 2 volumes by Charles Darwin.